with the People's Democratic Party, PDP, zoning its presidential ticket to the southern part of the country. The next step will be electing a credible candidate to represent the party in 2027 to challenge the ruling All Progressives Congress. The decision by the leadership of the People's Democratic Party to zone its 2027 presidential ticket to southern Nigeria has pitted various northern groups in different camps, with many describing the development as undemocratic and contrary to the spirit of fair competition. Although prominent northern figures in the PDP, including foundation members like former Information Minister Professor Gbenga, have been in the forefront, urging the party to go south in its search of a candidate to vie against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress. Some northern stakeholders have warned of the danger of losing significant votes in a region known for its voting strength. Joining us on this show to discuss his position to the zoning arrangements is Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim, Chieftain of the People's Democratic Party. Good morning, Mr. Olawepo-Hashim, for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. Good morning in Lagos, Mr. Rufai.
Morning,
Great
sir.
team you have there.
Morning.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Morning.
Thank you very much. Well, Mr. Olawepo-Hashim, you are not new to the PDP. You've been there for a very long time. And yes, your argument...
You should have said I was one of the founders, just like you said, Professor Gbenga, because you knew that. You were on the Guardian editorial board that time, so you covered everything. Thank you.
I know
for
you've
that
been in this party forever. However, you also know that the whole idea of zoning is not a constitutional thing. It's about convenience, and it's the PDP that introduced it for purposes of fairness, equity, and justice, so that positions can go around. And Governor of Bauchi, Bala Mohammed.
No, you need to get a proper context.
Okay. Let me just phrase. Let me phrase.
The PDP had never zoned presidency.
Let me phrase the problem first, and then you can address it. And then the governor of Bauchi State was saying, he is even making the sacrifice to support the zoning to the south. But you say no to zoning. And at this time around, ahead of the November 15 to 16 convention in Ibadan, you are going to mobilize delegates to make sure that does not pass. But it looks like the party, the majority in the party, will seem to have made up his mind that, look, zoning should be to the south, so that the contest will be between a sitting southern president and a sitting or an aspiring southern candidate. But you say, no, you are not part of this. You want the North Central to produce the next candidate for the PDP. How do you intend to achieve that, considering the fact that you are probably in the minority?
Well, my opposition to zoning the presidency is not on account of I wanted to come to the North Central. I'm doing so because it is against the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria does not permit any party to zone elected political office, such as the president, on account of region. Is discriminatory. That's the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this has never been done by any political party in Nigeria's history. People may have their sentiment, but they don't come at the platform of the party, such as the National Executive Committee, to pronounce that they close the door to certain regions. In 1999, after the June 12 annulment, there was a preponderance of opinion that there was a need to accommodate the expectation of Southwesterners. And so there was a unwritten consensus that the president should come from Southwest. But nobody from any other zone was precluded from contesting. Dr. Alex Ekweme contested from Southeast. Alhaji Abubakar Rimi contested from Northwest. The leaders, in a mature manner, spoke through their delegates. Now, the danger in this kind of thing is that you pitch one section of the country against another, which is a very terrible law. Nigerians are not interested in where the president comes from. This is a terrible law. Nigerians want a competent president, a president that can fix the economy, a president that can fix national security from any other, whether any zone it comes from. In the last election, the majority of votes that came for President Tinubu came from northern Nigeria. He lost in the south where he came from. He lost in Lagos. He struggled. That's to tell you that Nigerian electorate are really not interested in what some political elite are trying to force on the agenda. So it's not about me. And you know me very well. You were on the Guardian editorial board when I was Deputy National Public Secretary. And some members of NEC, Chief Barnabas Gamade and co, decided to extend our tenure from 2 years to 4 years. We were elected for 2 years. I opposed it, even though I would have been a beneficiary of that extension. And we went ahead to fight at the National Convention. And the National Convention reversed the decision of the National Executive Committee. The National Convention said, look, what you did was wrong. If you want 4 years, first you finish your 2 years tenure, then we go amend the Constitution and elect you for 4 years. But you cannot benefit retroactively. So it's not because I'm running. I did that year 2000, 25 years ago, and we had a special convention. So I believe the party has heard, and it doesn't matter that majority did that. Majority did that 25 years ago. Okay. Now you're talking about the opinion of people like Governor Yuguda. The Bauchi State Governor. With due respect, I have tremendous respect for him. He has the right to do whatever he wants to do as a politician, but he was not even in politics 25 years ago, all right? Our colleagues in the NEC at that time, you know, were not lost of all these issues. They were not lost on those issues, and some of them supported us. But at the end of the day, the National Convention reversed the error that the NEC had committed. And so this could be reversed too by subsequent National Executive Committee or the National Convention itself. But the beauty of the PDP is that it's a democratic party. People are free to debate, express themselves, and that's why I like the PDP.
Okay, Mr. Olawepo-Hashim, is there anywhere on record where in the course of these conversations about zoning this time around, that the PDP has taken a decision to say that when the primaries are eventually conducted, that nobody can express interest in the presidential position from other geopolitical zones? Is there such a record? And if there is...
There is nothing like such.
Okay, just hold on.
There is nothing like such.
Okay.
You have correctly put it that NEC has decided. Yeah. You can't preclude anybody. Even the national chairman has said that you can't preclude other people because it's a constitutional matter.
So people may have expressed the opinion that we will zone it to the south, but there's nowhere that the party has taken a decision. But in the event that the party takes such a decision, do you plan to go to court? Considering the fact that the courts have ruled repeatedly that they cannot inquire into the internal matters of political parties.
Well, let me tell you, when it comes to the issue of fundamental human rights, it's not an internal matter of political parties. The right to contest the office of the president of Nigeria is open to all qualified Nigeria, and you cannot discriminate. The court ordinarily will have jurisdiction over that matter. All right, when it comes to issue of fundamental, look, I've been in this business for a long time, you know that. When under the military, I was detained under Decree 2. And the standard procedure is that the jurisdiction of the court will be ousted. The SSS people were saying, oh, you can't go to court. It's not within the... Justice Tajuddin Odunawa was held at that time. I'm talking about something almost 40 years now. That you cannot house the jurisdiction of the court when you have not complied with the provisions of the law itself. So he assumed jurisdiction.
All right.
And not to talk about very simple matter. But then, I'm not sure that I will go to court, to be honest with you. I don't want to do that kind of thing now.
Okay.
I won't be doing what I did like almost 40 years ago now. The point here is that some of the people who are saying zone the presidency to the south, some of them are the same people who are campaigning for President Tinubu's re-election. So this campaign of zone the presidency to south in PDP is a default campaign for Tinubu's re-election.
So much. I hear you that, well, in your opinion, zoning could be seen as discriminatory. But would you then not compare that to the provision of the federal character?
It is discriminatory.
Hold
it's
on,
not
sir.
that it is seen.
Hold on, sir.
It is seen. Yeah.
All right. Well, would you not say that it's in line with the federal character, with the spirit of federal character, to enable that all regions are fairly represented at different points? In addition to that, I mean,
okay.
I don't know what you think about Senator Abba Moro's statement that, with the benefit of hindsight, it was a mistake to have, fielded Atiku Abubakar as presidential candidate of the party. Do you agree with that statement? And now that you know better, would the PDP have a better chance
to...
Will the PDP have a better chance at the next election to right its wrong by ensuring that now it's fair and it goes to the south?
Okay, you've asked like 3 or 4 questions.
I asked you 2 questions,
so I'll deal with the first one.
All right.
You have one is federal character. That is affirmative action to promote justice and equity. I'm for that. But federal character will not preclude, if you have one office, federal character will not preclude anyone from contesting. But if you have a cabinet, you have commission, federal character will say, pick one per state. Federal character will not say, rotate the president. It's not federal character. When you say other people are precluded, you are shutting the door against the rights of some people. Take the argument of the people from North Central. The people from North Central, you have over 100 ethnic nationalities in the place that you call North Central. Now, when things are zoned to the south, people think about Igbo, Yoruba. When it comes to the north, they think about Hausa or Fulani. Now, when you go the way of this zoning you're talking about, the North Central people are afraid that, and that is what has happened, they will never produce a president, they will never produce a vice president. But I am for, let's deal with issues that can unite the country, not the ones that can further divide us. You don't need this zoning to produce a competent president. All right. A competent president can come from any section of the country at the National Convention. If people think that you are competent enough, they will vote for you. President Olusegun Obasanjo did not emerge in 1999 because of any zoning. He contested fairly on a competitive stage, and he won the ticket. It was only under President Jonathan that the PDP decided to give him an exclusive ticket, and he lost the election. I remember one of President Jonathan's handlers. I met him in London. I was shuttling between London and Nigeria at that time. In 2014, even before the election, I said, your boss is going to lose. He said, no, we're in the villa. We will do everything to win. I laughed. I said, you cannot win. You don't have any pathway to victory. You have shot. And what happened? Some politicians from Northern Nigeria, including some 5 governors, walked out of the PDP, and the rest is history. He lost as a sitting president. So that practice that made PDP lose cannot be a recommendation in 2025.
Let me just point out something.
Win in 2027.
Mr. Olawepo-Hashim, thank you. Well,
Yeah.
you know, two things. I mean, the same thing, you lost in the last election with the formula that you're proposing for this election. So it sort of cancels out what you said about the formula not working with President Goodluck Jonathan. It's the same thing that happened in the last election. But let me ask you though, when you talk about the North Central, because I believe that that's what you're speaking for, that it's the turn of the North Central. How about former leaders in Nigeria?
I'm not saying, I'm not for turn by turn.
Okay.
I'm only presenting arguments from various regions. I'm not the turn by turn.
Yeah, but in terms of region,
I've always been clear. I want a competent president.
Okay, irrespective of where they're from, just
yeah,
throw
because
it open.
you guys are forcing the conversation. You are imposing the conversation on Nigerians. Nigerian people are not interested in this conversation. They want a president that is competent, that will fix the economy, that will fix national security. Okay. Not a president from North Central or Northwest. Okay. They are not interested in that.
Okay. With due respect, we are not forcing the conversation. We in the media, we are a mirror.
You are. I've been monitoring your agenda-setting role for a while.
Let me finish, sir. We're not forcing the conversation. We are amplifying what people are saying. It's part of our commentary. When you say we are forcing the conversation, you're talking like we live in isolation of the Nigerian society. I live in Nigeria. I'm not living in the UK or London. I'm talking to you from Lagos, Nigeria. So I go to market just like you. I feel the pulse of the people. We go to churches just like you.
You as a media, the market people are not interested in where the president comes from.
You don't know that. That means
in the cost.
Mr.
Why don't I know that? I go to the market myself. You are not the only one that goes to the market.
Maybe you are not hearing properly what they are saying in the market. If you go to the market, conversations differ. So,
which market are you going to? They are saying they want a president from the south. Is that what they're saying?
Marketplaces.
Is that what Nigerians are saying?
All the market. There's a zeitgeist of the nation about the southern presidency. Let's be realistic. There's a zeitgeist. There's a zeitgeist in the nation as regards the southern
president that can fix national security.
Yes,
they are looking for a president that can give them electricity.
Accepted.
From anywhere. They are not interested in south or north.
Accepted, but of a southern extraction. That's what a lot of them are saying. In fact, a lot of them are saying it will be unfair and impunity after 8 years of Buhari for the presidency to come to the north again.
You are not doing justice.
Anyway, you've not allowed me ask my question.
By forcing this conversation.
With due respect, justice is what you call it. Anyway.
Thank you.
So that's just it. Real quickly.
When you disenfranchise 100 ethnic nationalities, it is justice.
No, justice is what you call it.
To you, it is justice.
So after, no, hang on a minute. So after 8 years of Buhari, justice to you is another 8 years from a candidate from the north. That's justice to you. That's what you call it. Real quickly, my question will be this. In all of this that we have said now, and you have made a very solid point that, let's not leave people out and all of that, that you are totally not in support of them zoning it to the south. Is this just only the thing you are going to do apart from your advocacy? Are you going to go one step further to ensure that your party does the right thing? And what will those steps be, the next steps?
When I was talking...
you said you were not going to go to court, but are there other things you are going to...
earlier on.
No, are they you said you were not going to court.
I answered this question.
So are there other things you are going to do?
I said there will be many other National Executive Committee meetings before the primaries. And the National Executive Committee can reverse itself at any point in time. Even the National Convention in Ibadan that is coming can cancel this. I gave you an example of what happened 25 years ago when I was in the PDP NEC. The NEC made a wrong decision. The National Convention reversed the NEC. The NEC is not the highest organ of the PDP. It is the National Convention that is the highest organ of the party. And I've given you a precedent where the National Convention... So democracy is a very interesting subject. And this matter is not a sprint we are talking about. This is a marathon. We go through all the process and we see where that ends. And it will enrich democracy. And that's the beauty of the PDP. It has internal mechanism to correct itself. That's the beauty of it. It's a democratic party. That's the difference between PDP and other political parties.
Okay, and coming back to you, Mr. Hashim Olawepo, you've moved around a lot. So I'm even surprised that today you are talking PDP. Yes, you were part of the ancestors, but it's not that you stayed in the PDP all these years. You've run on various different platforms.
Well, everybody, hey, listen. Everybody
you've been
in
there,
Nigerian politics has moved. Yeah. And for good reason. I have never moved to go and benefit for anything. I've moved on principle because the parties in Nigeria are not ideological.
Okay.
They are not ideologically differentiated. They're just political platform, whether it's APC or PDP or whatever. People like us look for a day when politics will be driven by ideology, not just as platform for contest or political party. When I left the PDP, that was 2006. And I didn't leave voluntarily. In fact, we were expelled from the party, we fought, we came back, and all that.
Okay.
We had a lot of issues, and people lost their lives.
Okay,
Some of my colleagues, like Harry Marshall, were assassinated. So we didn't just leave because we were looking for greener pasture. If you are leaving a party like APC that is in government, that's where it is green. You don't have to leave. That's where some people are rushing to. So if I leave the APC and come to PDP, then you must know that it's for good reason. It's not just because I'm looking for bread and butter.
I want to land on the question.
So you need to put everything in proper context.
No, let me land now. Let me put it in context for you. The question I
you have landed. You asked me a question and said you have moved around. And
No. You got in midway. You didn't even allow me land. We have not gotten to the question I wanted to ask. I was putting a preamble.
Land, Mr.
In landing,
I'm waiting.
In landing, what's going on with Hashim Olawepo's presidential ambition? When will he be president? That's where I was going to.
Well, that is in the hand of God. I mean, that's a question that no human being can ask or answer. God will determine when Gbenga Hashim will be president, but it won't stop Gbenga Hashim from aspiring or from dealing with issues that have to do with the political rights of the people of Nigeria.
So would you run in this PDP convention?
President Buhari contested many times before he became president. President Ichilema of Zambia ran 4 times before he became president. So that's not a question that is of any significance. Abraham Lincoln ran to be Senate, to be governor. He never became, and then he became the best American president. That's in the hand of God. It's not in the hand of any human being.
So
when you ask when will Gbenga Hashim run for president, put that in the hand of God.
So do you want to run for presidency? And what region will that be? I know you don't like to talk regions. Is it going to be Northwest or North Central you are going to run if you want to run for presidency?
That is not material because the constitution of the country does not require you to run from any region. It just requires you to have a voter's card and to be qualified.
So do you want to run?
And those issues are quite adumbrated in the constitution of Nigeria. And that's why people like us will be opposed to any measure to bring extraneous matters that are not provided in the Constitution of Nigeria. I mean, you are exposed. You've been traveling to France, traveling to America. I saw you at the World. Some of your own children can even contest to be American president. So why do you want to send Nigeria to dark ages and be asking for where you are contesting from?
Mr. Olawepo-Hashim, look, we need to wrap up this conversation. One, I don't know how you arrived at the conclusion that Nigerians are not interested in where the president of Nigeria comes from. That would be very difficult to
Of
prove.
course, because if
that would be very difficult to prove.
No, it's empirical.
No, it's not empirical.
No, it's empirical.
Show me
No,
the
it's
research.
If people of northern Nigeria can vote for President Tinubu from the south, that means they don't really care.
No.
While Atiku was running against him, they don't care where the president comes from. We just had an election where the president, the incumbent, gained more votes from another region than his own region.
Don't let's split hairs all over that. Now, the PDP at the moment, you know,
it's not a split here. I mean, please, I don't like that statement. We are not splitting here. You are making your point, and I'm telling you, giving you empirical data. In the last election,
fine.
The last election,
but I say it's not
people of
empirical.
northern Nigeria voted for a southern candidate.
No, but we don't have enough
That's
time
an empirical
for
fact.
us to go into that and begin to analyze it.
Thank you.
All
Thank
the
you so
way
much.
back and use other political
so much.
parties. Now, but let me ask you, beyond personal ambition and all of that, there are many tendencies in the People's Democratic Party. And, you know, those tendencies are emerging in terms of manipulations, calculations. So you've not said anything categorical about your own personal ambition. Where do you belong to in all of these calculations?
We'll do that at the right time.
One. Are you in
We'll do that at the right time.
Are you in the Atiku wing, whatever is left of it within the party, because there's still people lobbying for Atiku? Are you in the Wike group that is saying, look, this agenda cannot work?
Look, whether it is Wike was not speaking 25 years ago when we were speaking at the party National Executive Committee. So I cannot be a boy to Wike. I'm a senior politically, anywhere you are going to, whichever way you are going to talk about it. I can't be in his group. I can't be his boy, all right? Waziri Adamawa, even when he was vice president, we had our differences. I was never in his political camp. I belong to no camp. I'm Gbenga Hashim. Okay, I want justice. I want equity. I want the development of Nigeria. I want a return to ideological-driven polity, a polity where the issues for consideration will be issue of economics, national security, not where you come from. That's the camp I belong to.
Okay, in any case, I mean, it's early days yet. If there are hidden drummers anywhere, in the fullness of time, those hidden drummers will reveal their identities willy-nilly. Thank you very much.
The drummers that are not hidden are the ones who want President Tinubu to be re-elected. They are campaigning for him, and they are also members of the PDP.
Anyway, we'll see.
It's very loud. They are not hidden.
We'll see in the fullness of time.
Thank you,
I tell you,
Mr.
there
Abad.
are hidden drummers and pursuers.
Thank you so much.